A couple of things, but I think I might just do one at a time. The first thing was, have you ever heard the saying, be who you want to be with? And it was kind of giving the imagery of like somebody wanting to ride somebody else's coattails, right? Where, forgive me, but I do think of this more as men than women, right? It's like I think oftentimes women don't remember or recognize their own worth. They don't realize it. They don't own it. And again, just forgive me. I'm just going to have to speak freely how stuff was coming through. It's like, trash will approach you and you'll be like, oh, sure. Right. And it's like, what? Right. What are you doing? And it's like the men see the value of the women and they're ballsy, right? They get rejected all the time. So why not give it a shot? Where women aren't likely to do that. They're not as likely to see something they desire if they don't feel they're a match for it. They're not as obnoxious to or arrogant to go up and give it a try, And so it was showing this. It was showing like these men, and again, just forgive me, it was so I could verbalize it, even though I'm still not doing it well. It was like less than, right? Like they weren't, let's just say energetic scale, because I think that's essentially what they were meaning, but they were lower on the vibrational scale, right? So they were still looking, at lust and taking and like all this stuff, right? Like outside oneself versus filling up from within. And, oh God, so how can I say all this? So it was showing that, and it was through the delusion that they were a match, right? Like they saw some pretty thing that was high vibrational and loving themselves and all this, and they wanted to take it, right? It's that idea of the crabs in a barrel or dragging others along. Like, I'm trying to get it out, where it's like she had done all that work to raise her vibration to where it was at, and he wanted to be along for the ride, but he also wanted to convince himself he was worthy of it because he too was that high vibrational. But also deep down knowing he sure the fuck was not, and he just was unwilling to do his work. So it's the idea of let me put her on my arm and she'll cover up my dirt kind of thing, and she'll raise me up. It'll just be easy. It's the idea of like somebody truly not doing their own work. And so they think they can leave like a shitty relationship and go to the next relationship and it will just be better. That means they're taking zero accountability. They're taking no ownership. They're not seeing their part in the dynamic, in the pattern that continued, good, better, and different. Nobody's a victim. You have to take ownership or you're going to be stuck in victimhood for the rest of your life. You have to see where you were in deprivation, where you allowed it, it began somewhere. There was a whisper somewhere. And so, this is why... I think enough people have heard this term all over the place, narcissist, and know enough of them. You see them jump from relationship to relationship to relationship because they miss this key piece. They're not willing to do the internal shift. They're God Almighty, don't you remember? They're perfect. So it's all these people that are fucked up, not them. They didn't partake in it at all. They're perfect. So they're just going to go to the next shiny thing because... they have to be picking the wrong shiny things. It doesn't, God forbid it's them. Like it just doesn't dawn on them. So they're making no internal shifts. They're not seeing their part. And so they keep having the exact same dynamics play out. And so they keep getting the same mirrors and they keep getting upset about it. And so they have the delusion every time they get to a relationship that turns out terribly that it will go differently. And they have what ends up happening is they're so strong and dominant in their lack of ownership of their own emotions and reality that they're so strong in that lower vibration stance and confirmation that they can bring a high vibrational person down. So they want it to be the other way around. They want that high vibrational person to pull them up, but they're too fucking arrogant and stubborn and insistent on who they are. So they drag that person down and then go, to their level, to who they are, to being their exact mirror. And then they go, what the hell is this? I can't stand this. Get this idiot out of here. I'm going to somebody better. And then they go to the next one, and the same thing keeps happening. You see these. First marriage fails, second marriage fails, third marriage, third time's a charm, right? Like, and they just can't understand this fairly simple concept. And you have to do your own work, and you have to do the internal shifts, because you go with you everywhere you go. So they keep creating the same scenario over and over and over and over again, swearing that it'll be different the next time, even though they've done zero internal shifting. They've changed nothing. They're still mucked up with all those lower energies. And they have the misunderstanding that if they connect with somebody higher vibrational, that they will rise up. Everything will be easier for them. It'll be better for them. It'll be fantastic because they're fantastic. It's not them. So if they get with somebody who's fantastic, it'll go smooth sailing. But again, they're misunderstanding this. And because they're so certain of their perfectness and their innocence and that they are a victim, they are strong there and they will remain there. And then they will get that mirror back from the other woman or the next woman and discard them too, still not recognizing what needs to occur. And so this can go on for a lifetime. You know many narcissists who have died off, right? This is what happens. Singing the same old tune, same old story. So it's like I think I got cut off because of the alarm. But so it's the idea of be who you want to be with, right? So if you really, admire that high vibrational person, or things look good or this or that, then you have to match that, but earnestly. And you have to do that internal work, and you have to do your own work, your own shadow work. You have to do your own cleanup. And again, it's to each their own. It's like, you can keep thinking you can take from outside yourself and that it'll somehow rub off on you and all these things. And ultimately, you'll never, ever get there. It's the idea of like, you can't steal, take, climb over, all that stuff to get to where you really want to go. It's all going to be an illusion. And it's then even if you reached it on the exterior illusion, you're still going to have the same deprivation point inside. You're still going to be that miserable old bastard who just can't be satisfied, because you don't even know what the fuck that means. You don't know how to love yourself. You hate yourself deep down. Deep down, you loathe yourself. That's why you keep running from yourself. So every time a woman holds a mirror up to you, you hate it because you hate yourself. But you try to project it back on them and blame them. You can do that till you're dead. Totally fine. Be miserable forevermore, right? It's like, or be a big boy and do the work and make the changes, make the shifts. And there's a lot of male teachers now that teach all of this. It's not like, as a matter of fact, I think probably the majority, which also isn't shocking, right? Like, they tend to dominate every field with their aggressiveness, but there's some really good ones out there. God, for this very reason, those arrogant men would never go to God forbid they go to a woman teacher. All right. What else? What was that? You still want me to, what else? I feel like I've nailed the last nail in that coffin. What? Well, you can hear how I'm a little heated, right? They keep wanting me to address. There's an energy here that is angry. They're so angry because they so want to play the victim, and they so want to give me their list of excuses. They're actually very insistent that I hear their excuses. You don't understand. I'm so tired of hearing that. What? What is a little boy? What don't I understand? What is it? Pick up your encyclopedia full of excuses. You weakling. Shut the fuck up and get to work. Or get the fuck out of my face. They really want me to engage further, and I just have zero interest because it's ring around the rosy. It's not worth picking up the rope with somebody like that, right? It's like, let them be the victim. Let them live in their excuse book. Let them continue writing encyclopedia after encyclopedia of why, right? It's like, oh, you have to love yourself so much that you don't engage with that nonsense. And there's so much information out there. There's so many teachers out there. There's so much, any area they can jump into to start the ball rolling. But the problem is the desire to change and the ability. Like, some people are so challenged by seeing that truth. And so it ends up being really hard work because it'll take them such a long time. And some of them have been that way for 40, 50, 60, 70 years. So to start doing that work now, can they do it? Absolutely. Some of them are so ready that they can shift very, very quickly, very quickly. But I think they're more the far and few between. I think the majority of people who are that stubborn and that stuck and that insistent that it's everybody else but them, it's like they even if they start doing the work, they'll give up. They're too lazy. They've been too lazy to take a look. So, this is why it's like, don't engage. They have to want it, and they have to keep being consistent about it. It's not easy for anybody. And we all keep falling, and so it's like you can't ever give up on yourself. But, that's my thought, Other people are like, oh, yeah, no, they totally give up on themselves. And they're like, they throw in the towel and they take the easy route out. And it's like satisfied enough. They settle. We talk about this all the time. It's a settlement. They're very happy settling. It's just easier. God damn it. It's easier, right? It's like, don't get angry. I'm not angry. Listen, who you getting angry at? It's your life you're throwing away. It's your choices. You're happy sitting and stewing in those lower energies that are feasting on you. Feasting, right? You come up with all types of stomach issues, heart issues, health issues, all these things. Where do you think they come from? You're being feasted on by lower energies because you're too weak to kick them out and rise above it. So, you know how I feel, so I don't want to hear you complaining. You can't complain. You can't have it both ways. You can't be lazy and allow them to feast on you and then bitch and complain that you're eaten alive. That you have all these problems. What did you think was going to happen? You thought being lazy and letting them feast on you was just going to be bliss forevermore? I'm not calling you stupid, but... Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.